at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They hand this off to Harris. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think. Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it. I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Yeah, this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Play action. It's Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him. And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Play action. Haskins. It's complete to Watt. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Here we go, G, get off the field. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Jump, 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 jump.
On second down now, it's Harris, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Haskins on the keeper, and he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Slam.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. To throw is Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
McLeod to return it. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
He gets it left side to Johnson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Running right through him. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. There's a nice move. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's James. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First down, a run with Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On first down, it's Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Fields now to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, here's Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been Darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Out of the gun, Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. From the 22, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Boswell's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
On first down, Fields.
And here he's got Grant. And he's got this down to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Cameron Sutton.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Another try after the first down sack.
Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Fields.
He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Here's Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Haskins to throw it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll try the left side. It's Harris, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
97 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Haskins.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. These guys will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They run with Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 143 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Fields. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Fields throwing again. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. That is caught by Cohen. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Breaks through the contact. Touchdown, Chicago! Cole Kmet, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They go play action with Haskins. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 9 on the pickup, but they're still a few inches short now on 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try the left side. Harris. Open space inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, 25 yards. And the Steelers are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a fourth down. They snap it to Fields. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. As simply as...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here. 9
yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Harris. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points